Good morning and welcome back to CityLine. With me, I have somebody that I don't get to see enough of, and when I do, my heart explodes because he's just so amazing. And like I said, he's one of those starred people on my Facebook page that when he pops up, he's always like one of the first in the feed I get to see. So please join me in welcoming Kevin Glackin-Coley. You are the director of St. Leo Food Connection.
I am. Hi, Amanda.
Welcome.
Great to see you in reality, too. I usually only see you on Facebook as well.
I know.
Or on the TV. So.
But you know, it's as much as sometimes technology can be the bane of my existence, those moments when I get to see you and your beautiful wife celebrate your anniversary, or your children doing the amazing things I knew they were going to do.
Thank you.
I think, oh, Facebook is good.
Yeah, Facebook
I like
works
it.
for something.
I really like it. Yeah. So for people who do not know, you are the director of St. Leo Food Connection. And if somebody just has perhaps not quite sure what St. Leo Food Connection is, what do we say to them?
Well, we say we're an emergency food program.
Yeah.
We started as a food bank back in 1982. You know, traditional food bank, people come and get bags of food to take home. And over the years, we've morphed. We still have the food bank, but we have a shopping model now, so people can come through and take the items that they want from the different sections, rather than us pre-packing it all. You can see folks, and this is, you know, as we're unloading food from different places. We also have a mobile food bank that goes out to a neighborhood in Lakewood every Saturday, wind, rain, snow, or shine. And then a variety of kids feeding programs. So we have a backpack program that sends food home with over 1,100 kids every weekend during the school year. Summer meals serving about 500 or so a day during the summer. We do some after-school snacks. And the break bag program that sends 25, 30 pounds of groceries home with families over the extended school breaks at Thanksgiving, midwinter, and spring.
Wow. Well, you know, before the break, we were talking about, there it is, the most best thing you could ever have.
Basic protein, yeah.
That's right. Thank you, Helen McGovern-Pallant.
Yeah.
We were talking about food, and I was telling you there was a lot of snow this morning as I came in. And I thought, do I have enough food in the car in case I get stranded? And I never stop thinking about people who need food. And I especially thought about you during the government shutdown. I was really terrified for our backpack kids. I was really scared that these poor children didn't have something to eat.
Yeah, and for the backpack program, because school was open, we were still able to do that. But what we saw is a large number, more people coming to the food bank. In part, food stamps, people, you know, they were given in January for the February allotment. So we've had people now coming and trying to replenish their stocks. And then we had a few people self-identify as government employees who were furloughed and having to come to the food bank for the first time. So our numbers in 2018 were up about 7% over 2017 at our main food bank. And that's just because even though the economic recovery is happening, it's, you know, you can't support a family on a minimum wage job.
No, you can't.
Or even a $15 an hour job. It's difficult.
So we just had the mayor's State of the Union last night, and huge thank you to our TV Tacoma crew who put in so much work to make that accessible to everybody. And we are still in an emergency state here with homelessness.
Yeah.
Tell our viewers about the connection between homelessness and hunger.
So one of the main connections is that less than 10% of our clients are homeless because homeless folks tend to go to places where food is already prepared, like Nativity House or the Rescue Mission. But it's the people need to have food on their table, and so by being able to access a place like the Food Connection or Nourish or any of the other food programs in town, they're able to maintain housing. And so actually we're getting ready to launch a new program in partnership with a group called Building Changes up in Seattle. They're going to fund somebody to work with our clients to identify those people, particularly African American families who are at risk of becoming homeless.
Yes.
And need a one-time intervention rather than $200 this month, $200 next month for rent. But one example they gave from a program in Seattle is a guy who was an Uber driver lost his phone, couldn't work. So he's at the food bank, so they were able to get him a phone. He's able to go back to work and maintain housing.
Right.
So we're trying to find ways to not only just provide food for people, but help them link up to the other supports and services that they need to maintain stability.
It's a slippery slope, isn't it?
It is, because once you become homeless, it's so very difficult to get out of it again, whether you lost it because of an eviction or you need to come up with first month, last month. And so anything you can do to help people maintain housing. And that's
Yes.
one of the things we see food banks is a housing program, in that by providing access to groceries every week, people are able to put that money towards something else.
Yes.
Yeah, we had a line. We got a comment from a counselor at one of our backpack schools that the family really appreciated. There were 2 kids in their family getting food from the backpack program. That's 6 meals for the weekend for each kid. And what they do, they right now they're doubling up with a friend, and so they're able to take the money that they save because of that food and put it into the new apartment fund. So they're saving, so that they're going to be able to become more stable because of this other support.
There we go. I mean,
Yeah.
it is heartbreaking to think about families and individuals that look at all the bills and
Yeah.
say, in order for me to stay in this apartment
Right.
or to keep my lights and heat on, I can't eat.
Right.
And the I can't eat would be a reality if it weren't for St.
Right.
Leo's Food Connection.
And plenty of other food banks around the county. But yeah,
That's
that's
true.
what we're there
Absolutely.
for.
So as I mentioned earlier, daylight savings time is this Sunday. Can you believe it?
No.
And so for me, I'm biting at the bit here about summer and great weather. And summertime is when you have programs that kick in. And I think you start thinking about those way in advance.
Yeah, so our summer meals program, we've already been thinking about where we want to have our sites. So over the last 10 years or so, we've averaged about 10 or 15 sites and serving 500 kids a day. And it's really our one program that gets funded by an outside source, because it's funded in the same way that school meals are funded. So the tagline from the USDA is food that's in when school is out. So we can get reimbursed for all the meals. So we're able to, the only thing that keeps us from going farther is identifying the right site. So what we're looking for now what we found our niche is apartment complexes. So where there are a lot of kids, and we can go 25 to 30 to 40 kids and bring lunch Monday through Friday. We're able to partner with United Way for some literacy programs. The Pierce County Library will send their mobile van to some of the sites. So it's kind of that thing of trying to feed the whole person, not
Mind,
just
body,
having
spirit.
mind, body, spirit. Yeah, because there's the learning gap that happens over the brain drain that happens over summer. So if we're able to do some reading programs while providing a healthy meal once a day, and so that's we're already gearing up, and we're a great partnership with United Way, which brings different summer meals providers, so Metro Parks, Tacoma Public Schools, Bethel Schools, so we can look together and see where are the gaps in the county, where are the places that aren't being served, and then who has the capacity to take that on.
And amidst all that, we have an event coming up.
We do. We have our 4th annual Make the Connection breakfast on March 21st, which is in a couple of weeks, depending on when you're watching this show. It's either a couple of weeks or it's in 1 week. Or a week and a half, but March 21st at St. Leo's in the Bixel Social Hall. Doors open at 6:45. We're open from 7 to 8. We honor the breakfast is from 7 to 8. We honor some of our community partners. This year we're honoring United Way as our community partner of the year. And give a little overview of what we're doing. We like to say it's a free breakfast. It's free to get in, but you got to pay to get out. So we will make an ask.
It's a fundraiser, people. Come on.
It's a fundraiser, and Helen McGovern-Pallant, who was the director at EFN for a long time, is making the ask. And so just come with your checkbook, because she'll make you write a big check, and
That's
you
right.
like that. Yeah.
That's right. Open your heart,
Yeah.
open your wallet, as I like to say. Okay, so in these last few minutes here, besides, well, I'm not going to say besides, what do you need right now in terms of volunteers and anything else?
We always need volunteers, and volunteers in all sorts of ways. We computer operators to check people in, whether they're a first-time client or a returning client. Folks to help do data entry, because last year we gleaned 445,000 pounds of food from a variety of sources, and we have to track that and enter that and get that back to funders. We need people to drive backpack food to schools. We need folks to come in and help pack for the backpack program, or help. At our food bank, we escort all our clients through. We do a shopping model so they can pick the things they want in each area, fresh produce, and so somebody can help them with it, and then help them carry it out to the car if they need to. Anybody with any foreign language skills, it's great, particularly Spanish, Vietnamese, Cambodian, Russian. Those are the most common languages we have. And so if you're bilingual and can come down and help just make people feel more at home. Another program we do is it's Colorful Cooking. It's a partnership with WSU Nutrition and United Way, where we train people get trained. I don't train them, but they get trained to be able to go into a food bank, see what's available that day, and then prepare something and serve it on the line. So it's like a Costco sample.
Oh, wow.
And so you say, hey, if you take kale and onions and potato and do all these things, here's what it'll taste like. Here's the recipe. And so if you like to cook, that's a great, they'll we have all the equipment there, so you come, we have the skillet, and so just, I'm sure our phone number and our email, our website will be up there. Just contact us and we'll find a way to.
So I want to issue a challenge to all those foodies out there and also all those chefs out there. Please bring yourself into the Food Connection and do some volunteer time.
Yeah, we'd love to have you. We try to provide the healthiest food possible, but what makes it healthy is if people will eat it. So more ways we can find to help people learn what to do with Swiss chard. Then we're good to go.
Kevin, thank you for being here, for all that you do to feed us, as we say, mind, body, and spirit. And I don't want it to be so long before you're back on that comfort.
I like seeing you in reality as well. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Kevin. All right. In our fabulous final segment coming up here, we have the Points Northeast Historical Society, also known as the Lighthouse in Browns Point. You don't want to miss that. We'll be right back after this quick break.